Have you ever, wished that you could just edit images just as easily as doodling on a napkin? Just sketch your ideas and bam, they come to life.
Yeah.
Well, that's the kind of magic that we're diving into today.
Yeah, it's really fascinating how this research just kind of seamlessly blends like cutting edge AI with the intuitive way that we approach creativity as humans.
Yeah, it really is. So today we are taking a deep dive into a research paper titled MagicQuill, an intelligent interactive image editing system. And this is from the brilliant minds over at HKUST and Ant Group.
So our mission today is to kind of unravel how MagicQuill could completely revolutionize digital image editing.
Yeah.
We'll explore the tech behind it, uncover how it deciphers your creative intentions, and then ponder what this means for the future of visual creation, from like casual photo edits all the way to like professional design work.
Now, let's be honest, like traditional image editing software, it can be a bit of a beast.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it feels like you need a degree in computer science just to navigate all the menus and tools.
Right. And that's exactly the challenge that the researchers are tackling here.
Yeah.
They saw a need for a system that speaks our language.
Yeah.
A system that's intuitive, user-friendly, and understands what you're trying to achieve without needing to write lines of code.
Enter MagicQuill. Think of it as like a digital magic wand that lets you edit images with simple brushstrokes.
Oh, wow.
You can add elements, remove objects, or change colors, all with the ease of sketching on paper.
Wow.
Like, imagine wanting to add a flower crown to someone's head in a photo.
Okay.
With MagicQuill, you simply draw a rough circle and, like, voila, a beautiful crown appears.
Oh, wow. This is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
The secret sauce behind MagicQuill is a multimodal large language model, or what we call an MLLM.
Okay.
Now, this isn't just another fancy acronym.
Yeah.
It's a total game changer.
Okay.
It means that this AI can understand both images and text.
Wow.
Making it truly multimodal.
Yeah.
This is a huge leap forward from traditional editing tools that rely solely on your manual clicks and drags.
So it's like having an AI assistant who can see what you're drawing and understand what you mean by it.
Precisely. So as you make brushstrokes, MagicQuill analyzes them in real time, predicting your intent and suggesting text prompts to guide the editing process.
Oh, wow.
The researchers call this draw-ran guess, and it's honestly truly remarkable.
So to give you a visual, imagine drawing a squiggle on a cake in a picture.
Yeah, okay.
MagicQuill might instantly suggest cut a slice, as if it's reading your mind. And for a real-world example, take a look at Figure 1 in the show notes.
Oh, cool.
You'll see how someone adds a flower crown just by drawing a simple circle. It's like watching digital magic unfold before your eyes.
Now, one of the things that make MagicQuill truly stand out is its focus on giving you, the user, ultimate control over your creations.
Okay.
It achieves this through a clever two-branch approach.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more about this two-branch system. It sounds a bit like something out of a science fiction movie.
Well, imagine you have two expert assistants helping you with your image editing. One is an incredibly talented artist who specializes in making your edits look realistic and seamlessly blend into the existing image.
Got it.
Let's say you want to change the color of someone's hair.
Yeah.
This artistic assistant ensures the new hair color looks natural, not like a neon wig that's been awkwardly pasted on.
Got it. So what does the other assistant do?
The second assistant is a meticulous technician, laser focused on precision.
Yeah.
This technical assistant ensures every brushstroke you make lands exactly where you want it, with the exact level of detail you specify.
Wow.
So if you want to color only a specific section of someone's hair, you can do so with pinpoint accuracy, leaving the rest of the image untouched.
Wow.
Think of it like a surgeon's scalpel,
Okay.
but for your digital artwork.
That's amazing. So it's not just about AI doing the work for you. It's about AI partnering with you to realize your creative vision.
Exactly. It's a beautiful synergy of human creativity and artificial intelligence.
This all sounds incredibly promising. But as with any new technology, I'm sure there are limitations. We'll dive into those and more when we come back in part 2 of this deep dive.
So welcome back to our deep dive into the world of MagicQuill. We're about to take a peek under the hood and see how this so-called magic actually works.
Having spent countless hours battling with that lasso tool in traditional editing software, trying to make selections that don't look like a 5-year-old scribbles, this whole brushstroke-based editing concept is incredibly appealing to me.
Oh yeah, I can definitely understand that. The researchers really aim to create an intuitive approach that feels more like natural drawing than like technical manipulation.
Yeah.
But let's zoom in and explore the engine room of this system. Remember that two-branch architecture we talked about?
Oh, yes, the one with the artistic and technical assistants working together to make sure the edits are both realistic and precise.
Exactly. That's the heart of what the researchers call the editing processor. And it's a really clever fusion of several existing AI techniques. One of the key components is the use of ControlNet, which might sound a bit intimidating.
Okay, yeah, ControlNet does sound like straight out of a science fiction movie.
Yeah, but it's actually a fascinating concept.
So break it down for me. What does it actually do?
Well, imagine ControlNet, like a set of reins that you use to guide a powerful AI artist.
Okay.
This AI artist is really good at creating images from scratch based on text prompts. Right. Like think of it like giving the AI a description of what you want to see, and it paints a picture for you.
So it's like a super talented digital painter, but instead of using brushes, it uses lines of code and algorithms.
That's a great way to put it.
Right.
Now, what ControlNet does is give you, the user, a way to steer this artistic process with your own brushstrokes.
Okay.
You're essentially providing the AI with a rough sketch and saying, hey, work your magic, but make sure you incorporate these specific lines and shapes that I've drawn.
So my brushstrokes act like guidelines for the AI artist, ensuring the final image matches my vision. That's pretty cool.
It is. And to ensure that the edits you make blend seamlessly with the existing image, the editing processor also uses a technique called in-painting.
In-painting, I've heard of that before in the context of restoring old paintings. Is it similar in this case?
You're exactly right. It's like digital restoration. In image editing, in-painting refers to filling in missing or masked parts of an image in a way that looks natural and blends in perfectly with the surroundings.
Okay.
So let's say you use MagicQuill's subtract brush to remove a distracting object from the background of your photo.
Yeah.
The in-painting technique kicks in to seamlessly fill that empty space, making it look like the object never existed.
Wow. So it's like the AI is a master forger, erasing unwanted elements without leaving a trace.
Precisely. The combination of ControlNet and in-painting is what allows MagicQuill to achieve this remarkable level of both control and realism in the edits. You're guiding the AI's creativity with your brushstrokes, while the system makes sure the final result looks natural and believable.
Now, you mentioned earlier that the researchers actually trained a separate AI model specifically for that drawn guess feature, the one that predicts what the user is trying to do based on their brushstrokes. Can you tell me more about how that works?
Of course. That's the painting Assistor component, and it's a crucial part of what makes MagicQuill so intuitive to use. The researchers fine-tuned a powerful MLLM, the same type of AI that powers the main editing processor, but they trained it specifically to understand the relationship between rough sketches and their intended meaning.
So they essentially had to teach this AI model to read our minds, or at least our messy scribbles. That must have been quite a challenge.
It definitely wasn't easy. They curated a massive data set of images with detailed annotations, including object masks and textual descriptions. Then they used these annotations to generate synthetic sketches that mimicked how a real user might draw on an image.
That's clever. So they didn't just train the AI on perfect line drawings, but on the kind of wobbly, imprecise strokes that we humans actually make.
Exactly. And the results are pretty remarkable. The painting Assistor is surprisingly accurate at predicting the user's intent, even from very rough sketches. Remember that example of drawing a squiggle on a cake and the AI suggesting cut a slice? That's the painting Assistor at work.
Okay, I'm starting to see the magic unfold here, but we talked about some potential limitations in the last part. How does MagicQuill deal with the fact that some sketches can be ambiguous? What if I draw a circle and the AI thinks it's an apple when I really wanted a soccer ball?
That's where the interactive element of MagicQuill comes into play. Remember, it's not just about handing over control to the AI, it's about a collaborative partnership. The system offers suggestions based on its best interpretation of your brushstrokes, but you, the user, always have the final say.
So it's a constant back and forth of dialogue between the user and the AI.
Exactly. You can either accept the AI suggestion, refine it with additional brushstrokes to make your intent clearer, or even provide your own text prompts if you want to override the AI's interpretation altogether. This interactive loop allows you to guide the AI towards your desired outcome, even in cases where the initial interpretation might be off.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like having an AI assistant who's constantly learning and adapting to your unique creative style. And speaking of style, can MagicQuill adapt to different artistic aesthetics? What if I want to create an edit that looks like a painting by Van Gogh, for instance?
That's a great question, and the answer is yes. The researchers highlight that MagicQuill isn't limited to a single style or aesthetic. It can work with various pre-trained diffusion models, meaning you can leverage existing artistic styles or even fine-tune your own. So if you want to give your photo edit a Van Gogh-inspired look, you absolutely could.
That's incredible. It sounds like MagicQuill is a truly versatile tool capable of supporting a wide range of creative expressions.
It certainly is. The system is designed to be flexible and extensible, allowing users to explore a vast realm of creative possibilities. And it gets even more exciting when we consider the potential for future development. The researchers mentioned exploring features like reference-based editing, where you could guide modifications using external images.
That sounds amazing. So I could use a picture of a stylish jacket as a reference for redesigning the outfit in my photo.
Precisely. Imagine incorporating layered image generation for more complex compositions or enhanced typography support for manipulating text within images. The possibilities are truly endless.
Okay, before we get completely carried away with our futuristic fantasies, I think we need to circle back to a crucial aspect for our listeners. The user interface, after all, even the most powerful AI is useless if it's trapped behind a clunky and confusing interface.
You're absolutely right. The researchers put a lot of thought into designing a user interface for MagicQuill that's both intuitive and efficient. They call it the idea collector, and it's quite impressive.
Well, let's take a closer look at this idea collector in the next part and see if it lives up to the hype. So remember how we talked about those traditional image editing interfaces, like, the ones with a million buttons and menus? It feels like they were designed for a rocket scientist.
Yeah, it can definitely be intimidating, especially for someone who just wants to, unleash their creative vision without getting bogged down in the technical complexities.
Right. So the researchers behind MagicQuill really had that in mind when they were designing the interface.
Yeah.
They wanted to create an experience that felt more like stepping into like a digital artist's studio.
Oh, wow.
Than like a technical workshop. They call this interface the idea collector, and it's all about simplicity and intuitive interaction.
It's a really cool concept.
Yeah. So paint me a picture. What's the layout of this idea collector like?
Okay, well, imagine a clean, uncluttered workspace. You have your main canvas where you interact directly with the image.
Yeah.
Using those magical brushstrokes we've been talking about.
Yeah.
And then there's a handy toolbar that houses all the essential tools neatly organized and easily accessible.
So no more like hunting through endless drop-down menus or trying to decipher like cryptic icons.
Exactly. Not at all. Clarity and ease of use were top priorities for the researchers when designing the interface.
Yeah.
But they went a step further to ensure accessibility for, different user preferences and workflows.
Oh, yeah. Tell me more about that.
They implemented MagicQuill's interface as a React.js component library.
Okay.
Which essentially means it's designed to be compatible with, various generative AI frameworks.
Yeah. Okay.
So whether you prefer working with Gradio or Comfy UI MagicQuill can seamlessly integrate into your preferred platform.
That's a really smart move. It doesn't force users into a specific ecosystem. It allows them to incorporate MagicQuill into the tools and workflows that they're already comfortable with.
Exactly. To really put this idea collector to the test, they conducted a user study comparing it to a more traditional canvas-based editing interface.
Yeah.
And the results were quite telling.
I'm all ears. What did they find?
So across the board, MagicQuill's interface scored significantly higher in terms of simplicity and efficiency.
Wow.
Consistency and integration, ease of use, and overall user satisfaction.
Wow.
Yeah. Participants found it much more intuitive to learn, easier to navigate, and less mentally taxing to use, which is a huge win for accessibility and user-friendliness.
That's fantastic. So it seems like the brilliance of MagicQuill isn't just in like the AI algorithms themselves, but in like the holistic design,
I agree.
It's the seamless integration of these intuitive tools with powerful technology all wrapped up in a user-friendly package.
I think that's a key takeaway from this research.
Yeah.
It's not just about creating impressive technology for its own sake.
Yeah.
It's about designing systems that empower users to unleash their creativity regardless of their technical expertise.
Well, we've explored the problem of, clunky image editing. We've unveiled the magic behind MagicQuill as a potential solution, and we've even journeyed into the technical intricacies of how it all works. But as with any good deep dive, we want to leave you with something to ponder.
Yeah, if AI can already grasp our creative intentions from simple, sometimes even ambiguous sketches, what other forms of human expression could it learn to interpret in the future? Imagine AI collaborating with musicians.
Wow.
Dancers, poets,
Yeah.
helping them translate their abstract ideas and emotions into tangible artistic creations.
That's a truly mind-boggling thought. This research has cracked open a door to a future that is brimming with creative possibilities, a future where AI might not replace human artists, but empower them in ways we can only begin to imagine. And on that note of wonder and possibility, we encourage you to check out the show notes for a link to the full research paper and some truly captivating visuals of MagicQuill in action. It's a fascinating glimpse into the future of creativity. We hope this deep dive has sparked your own imagination and left you eager to explore further. Until next time, keep creating, keep exploring, and remember the only limit to your creativity is the boundary of your own imagination.